Hey guys, Champy00 here. Just received a package in the mail from Canada's Motorcycle, and gonna be some goodies for me. So let's have a quick peek at what I got today. This is something that I've been kind of wanting for a while now. I've just been putting off, and finally I just said enough is enough, and I'm gonna get it. So we'll take a look here what we got. So it's not anything overly exciting. It's not going to be a turbocharger 5000. This is actually going to be some stuff from ram+mount that I'll be mounting on my bike. So we actually have the universal X grip, which I'll show you in a little bit more detail in a while. What else we got? We got the double socket arm, 1-inch ball. So this is the short one. The really short one, the shortest one. This is the only thing I'm really concerned about, whether or not it's going to work. And then I got the stem mount. So this actually will mount in the stem of my motorcycle, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. I'm going to do an installation video for you as well on how to install these components. But what I'm going to do is I just want to show you the X mount a little bit closer, and then we'll dive into the installation. So I'll be right back. All right. So got the X mount out of the packaging, and basically what the X mount is, or the X grip universal mount is it's for your mobile device, your iPod, your iPhone, your Samsung Galaxy, or what have you. So how it's constructed is you got the 1-inch ball at the base that's going to clip into any of your other ram mount accessories. It's also spring loaded, and like I said, can take a ton of different devices. The way you want to load it is you simply open up the spring. In my case, I'm using an iPod. Make sure it's laying on the base and release the spring. These grips are incredibly soft, really soft rubber, and so it should hold it with the utmost of security. I've seen a lot of videos on these on dirt bikes and other things, and without any issue. I mean, it is on there. It's really the special bit is going to be these rubber grips. They kind of force the unit down by how they're tapered, and they're really going to hold it on there secure. I really don't think you're going to be worried about it moving. And you do get a little bit of tipping action here, so you do have a little bit of adjustability. Let me get that a little bit better in the camera there for you. And then of course then you have your 1-inch ball on the back. And so this allows you to work your phone, your iPod, or what have you. Though I wouldn't recommend kind of farting around with this while you're moving, but if you're using a GPS or listening to music, then it's nice to have as well. And that's that. So let's go through now and see how we're going to mount this on my CB1000R, which is a bike that they don't put on the list for mounting this. So I don't know if it's going to work or not. So let's go check it out. All right, guys. So now we're out in my garage where it's pretty hot. But I just wanted to show you some of the components that come in the stem mount kit. Obviously, first and foremost, you're going to get your mounting ball. That comes with the stem. This is actually going to be the compression fitting that fits within the stem of your motorcycle. So you're going to be able to size this and fit. This is going to be your, whatever they want to call this. This is called a nut pocket. But what this is designed to do is it's designed to bite into the plastic of this piece, and as you compress it, it stops this from spinning, allowing this tube to compress, get fat, and then hold everything within the stem of your motorcycle. You also get a bag of assorted hardware. So let's go through some of the installation process for this. Now, ram+mount makes an excellent video for mounting this, so I would definitely refer to that. There's ram+mount there. For your basic installation. The unique situation that I have is the fact that I'm mounting it on a motorcycle that typically this may not be mounted on, and I don't even know if it's actually going to work. So let me just show you here real quick. So the difference that I have on my motorcycle, I have a 2011 Honda CB1000R, is that my stem opening isn't completely open. Where on a lot of other motorcycles, the bars are set forward of the stem, and you're able to completely have that exposed. So as it stands, I'm not too sure what I need to do. I may actually have to take the handlebars off in order to mount this. So I'm going to get started on it, and I'm going to periodically come back and kind of give you some updates as to what I have to do. The first thing I'm going to have to do is obviously just remove this plastic cap off of the stem, hopefully without damaging it, and then see if I'm able to get it past the bars. I don't really want to take the handlebars off if I don't have to, but if I do, then I simply just need to remove these 4 caps and then take the top plate off, and then the bars are able to go. I'll just have to remember some sort of marking scheme, use a magic marker and mark their position, and then I'm good to go. So I'll be back in a few minutes and I'll let you know how to make it. Unfortunately, I had to take the bars off, but it was pretty easy. I just undid the 4 bolts and I just simply slid it in forward. Basically the hard part was just getting out this cap, and that was removed without damage. So now we're basically open here and we can start the next step of the installation. Now, looking at the instructions, I'm going to kind of carry the camera around with me for a little bit, but looking at the instructions for this installation, what they are calling for, let's see if I can get my camera in position here so it doesn't tip over. What they are calling for is, the first thing that you're going to do is you want to cut your, what they call the expansion plug. So that's actually pretty straightforward to do. What you're going to do is you're going to take your expansion plug, let me just grab the camera here again. You're going to take your expansion plug and you're going to insert it into your stem. Oh. So now we're going to see why the CB1000R doesn't work. It does actually, it will work. All that's going to happen is the expansion plug goes all the way down until the flat. So we're going to have to basically cut it right at the edge here in order for it to fit. It's not secure, but once we expand it, it should be fine. And the reason that we're going to be lucky is because we have an expansion washer that's the exact same size. And so when that washer is compressed, we'll expand and then we'll be able to bite in on the pipe. So let me cut off this expansion tube and we'll see what we can get, hopefully. All right, we're gonna be, so we got everything measured. So basically what you wanna do is you wanna measure to the widest point of the expansion tube and then cut it there and then cut 1 inch down. Then you're gonna match with the washer that matches the top of the tube, and then that nut gripping piece at the bottom. And now we have a pretty snug fit into the tube. As a matter of fact, I don't want to put it all the way in because I'm afraid I can't pull it out. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to tighten it up a little bit by hand to ensure that these teeth here, can we get that in, hopefully in focus, that these teeth here are gripping into that tube. So let me try and do that and we'll see how we do. And there we go. So everything's all mounted up now. I just had to replace the handlebars, noting my mark so my bars don't hit the tank. So if you do take your bars off, make sure that you note them and test them before you put them on. I still have to put the black caps on just because I wanted to test everything before I did that, so I don't have to pull them off. The only difficulty with a bike of this style is obviously going to be this turn screw here. I can easily remedy that by putting in a small nut there as opposed to this, or even just cutting this down a little bit and making it more streamlined. Just maybe take a Dremel and just, I basically got to nip off like 3 millimeters worth of space and then it's absolutely perfect. But even as it is now, it's not bad. And as you can see, looks okay. Haven't really set it all up for riding, but I think this would be more than adequate. Doesn't hit the tank, so perfectly clear for that. All in all, I think it's pretty good. So yeah, that's it for the installation of the ram mount for a CB1000R. Couple of tips: just make sure that on the expansion plug, which we can see right here, you basically have to cut it right at the very edge, and you're going to be using the number 20 with the coinciding washer. It's good. I'm pleased. I was actually a little bit, I didn't think it was going to work when I first put it in, but now it's going to work. So yeah, that is it. Thanks guys.